So still now we have discussed about the cost-based and the competition-based pricing. No, let us go for the next method of pricing. So what is the next method of pricing that we are going to discuss now is demand-based pricing techniques. So how they are going to consider the demand and how they are going to fix the price of the product. So under this demand-based pricing, they will take into consideration what is the demand of the product first. The demand of the product will be given here importance, and then they will look after what whether the availability of a product in the market is according to the demand in the market or not. So after considering the availability, they will also consider how the competitors are, how many competitors are there. So taking into consideration all these three: demand, availability of the product in the market, and the competitors. So they will be forecasting. So forecasting will be done. So once the forecasting is done, then they are going to fix the price of the product. So this is how the demand-based pricing is done. This is the process, how it is going to be followed to fix the price of the product. So under this demand-based pricing, pricing is determined by how many customers are available, how many people are willing to pay for that particular product or service. So which we can say that willing to pay is nothing but the demand. No? So based on that, the pricing is done. So this pricing method is going to be very high when the demand for the product is more. Otherwise, if demand is not there for the product, in such cases, they will reduce the price. Low prices, they will be fixing for the product. So they will consider how the demand is changing, whether it is increasing or decreasing. By using that, they are going to increase and decrease the price of the product under this demand-based pricing. And also they are going to differentiate the price also based on the time period, based on the customer. Based on the customer, based on the distribution channel they are going to use. So differentiation of pricing is done. So this is how the demand-based pricing is going to be fixed. So for example, here you can take different prices to different customers will be fixed. So for example, if they are geographically in different areas, that may be given for in one area they may be selling at 70 rupees, in another area they may be selling at 150 rupees, in some other area they may be selling at 100 rupees. So this is what it is. We can say that it is a different price to different customers. And sometimes offers will be given, coupon codes will be given for different customers. They are going to give different prices. So coupon codes already, you know, on online selling or anything that you are going to purchase, they will be sending you code, right? So based on the code, you will be given 10 rupees or 20 rupees or some other. Even if you recharge the product, we recharge your mobile also, they are going to give certain type of discounts. So which we can say that it is differential pricing. So even in this aviation also, in aircrafts also, they are going to provide different classes of seats, you know. Business seats will be there, normal seats will be there, and different customers will be charged differently. So which we can say that it is an price discrimination, differential pricing also we can call it as. So this is the meaning of price discrimination. So price discrimination is nothing but charging different customers different prices. For the product will be the same. Then only we can say that it is price discrimination. If product differs, we cannot say that it is price discrimination. So the same product, they are selling at different prices. So this price discrimination is also legal sometimes. And legally, people can charge different prices. So you might have observed the customer groups like children, for children separately, senior citizens separately, students separately, products will be charged, right? Which comes under legally, they will be given such type of different prices. Sometimes some there is a network problem. Sometimes what happens, restaurants like restaurants will be giving you discounts, no, at different events. That example also you can take. So sometimes for senior citizens, some discounts will be offered. Can you give example for that? Senior citizens given discounts. Even in tax exemption also, senior citizens will be given tax exemption. No, certain percentage of tax exemption will be given to them. Even in like that, different pricing is done. So even companies are going to fix different prices for different customers. So this is possible when by locating an area where the demand is low. In such cases, the people will be giving such type of offers. So even in movie tickets, at night they will be charging more. When you come to the matinee session, they will be charging somewhat cheaper prices, right? So everyone, those who are going for movies, they may be familiar about this. So which we can say that it is price discrimination. Even buy one get one free is nothing but the price differentiation or discrimination. So based on status also, this price discrimination is going to be taken into consideration. Like you can take railways, as we have seen in the aircrafts, differentiation is there, no? In the same manner in this railways also, different tickets for AC booking, 3-tier, 2-tier, like that, different prices they are going to fix for the same product, which we can say that it comes under the price discrimination. Even while you park the cars, so at a particular time period, they will be giving you free parking. So sometimes some products will be given geographical area wise discrimination will be there. In local area, they will be charging differently, and in some other area, they are going to charge differently. So like that, the price discrimination is taking place. So many conditions are there where this price discrimination is considered here. One case we can say that it is nature of the commodity where the price discrimination is done. So nature of the commodity, how we can say that nature or so from if any product that you cannot transfer from one market to the other market, if it is not possible, in such cases, these products will be sold at a cheaper rate in the cheaper markets. And the second condition is distance of two markets. The two markets are in different areas. Then also they will be selling at different prices. You can take this example. Monopolist may sell the same product at higher prices in Bombay and lower prices in Meerut. So like that, any example you can take. Even vegetables, they are going to sell in one market for one rate and the other market and other rate. So like that, they may be selling the product. So if the customer is not having the idea what is the price, ignorance also, that customers will be charged differently. So what is the price at different areas? If they don't know, they will be charged differently. So in one part of market, they will be charging lower prices, and other part of the markets, they will be charged higher prices if they are not known about that pricing, how it is. And another condition where the price discrimination is done is government regulation. Even government is going to rule this price discrimination. They are going to permit them. So like example, you can take this electricity rates. So different customers will be given different electricity charges, no? So they, for industrial purposes, they are going to charge higher prices, and for domestic purpose, lower prices they are going to charge. So this is because of government regulation. Even railways, for first class, differently they will be charging higher prices, and for second class they will be charging differently. So all this comes under the government regulation. Otherwise, if government is not going to interfere like that, because the second class is having more demand, if they are going to consider the demand, so they may be charging more price, no? So because of the interference of the government regulations, this is possible here. For lower classes, that is second class passengers, they are going to charge low prices. So which you can take the example of this based on government regulation. And even geographically, discrimination is taking place. As we have seen in one market, if in one market the situation is different, means differently they are going to charge. For example, in India, they are going to charge higher prices. In foreign countries, if buyers are not there, then they may be, to attract that market, they may be selling the product at lower prices. To grab that particular market. Where the market is not having buyers, there they are going to sell at lower prices. So which we can say that geographical discrimination is taking place in fixing the price. And even this elasticity of demand is going to be considered here, as we have seen in while discussing about the elasticity of demand. If there is a elastic demand in a market, automatically they will be very careful in bringing the change of the product. The slight change in the price will be affecting more the sales of the product, no? So there they will be very careful. So if there is inelastic demand, they will be charging higher prices. So taking into the elasticity of demand, they will differentiate the markets into different parts, and they will fix the price of the product. Where more elasticity is there, they will be fixing lower prices. If inelasticity is there, they will charge higher prices. Inelasticity indicates that there is no change in the price, no, no change in the sales, no. So automatically they will be charging higher prices in that particular market. So like this, the monopolist companies may be charging the prices differently in different areas, considering the elasticity of demand. So if we are going to discuss like this, so many are there. So many conditions can be considered here to fix the price of the product. I think this is enough for discussing about this differential pricing. And the next method that comes under this demand based is perceived value pricing. Perceived value means what? What do you understand about the perceived value? What the customer's image is about the product, what he is thinking about the product. Based on that, the price of the product will be fixed here. So how much he is willing to pay for a product. So sometimes customer feel that even higher prices are there, they are ready to pay for, willing to pay for that particular product, taking into consideration the quality of the product, right? So if the customers are ready, higher prices will be charged by such products, no? So which we can say that it is perceived value pricing. If the customers are not ready to pay more, so in such cases, the companies cannot sell the product at higher prices. So based on the customers, their experience about the product and how they are going to be willing to support in purchasing the product. So whether they are considering the quality, whether they are considering any services that are going to be provided. Everything will be here considered to fix the price of the product. So that the how the supplier's reputation is also, sometimes it may be bringing the fixation of that is considered in fixing the price of the product. If a customer is having trust on that particular supplier or the seller, they will be charging more. Like you can take this example, Cadbury. So why people will be preferring Cadbury? Everyone feel that the quality of the product is very good, no? So everyone will come forward because of brand also. So they are going to purchase this. In chocolates, these people are going to charge higher prices because they have grabbed the customer's trust that the quality of the product is very good. So once the customer is knowing about that the quality of the product is good, they will be ready to pay higher prices, no? So that trustworthiness has been created by this company, Cadbury chocolates. So based on that, even though they are bringing, they are going to fix higher prices, customer is going to purchase that. So in this manner, if any pricing is done, that we can say that it is perceived pricing. There the demand will be considered and how best they are knowing, customer know about the product. Even this in music cases, this earbuds of this is also going to be today. This technology for some technological brands are there now. Beats by Dare. So this product is going to charge higher prices, but still their demand for their product is more because the customer feel that the quality of the product is good. So their price is not going to be given importance by the customer. So they are customers are giving importance to the quality of the product. So even though there are more number of competitors in the market, they are charging higher prices because that trustworthiness has been created by that company. So even in automotives also, this car manufacturing, automobile doors will be given more importance here to fix the price of perceived value price. So such examples you can take where the perceived pricing is used by different companies. So in this perceived pricing, the main thing that the company is going to keep in mind is that, so how best the quality that is going to be and how the customer is going to feel. So to grab the trustworthiness of the customers, what they are going to do is they are going to use the marketing mix here, like advertising, promotion, sales force, etc. to make all the customers to know about the product. They are bringing awareness in the customers' minds. They are creating that the product is that much qualitative than the competitor. Once it is created in the minds of the customer that this product is quality products, they will not look after the price of the product. So by which the companies are going to fix higher prices than the competitors' price, product's price. So how it is varying, that is not going to be considered by the customers. So this is how the perceived value pricing is taking place based on the demand. Here also demand is considered here. So they are also going to give reliability, service, warranty, features, all these are going to be given importance here, in by which they are going to differentiate their product from the other competitors. So which will make the customer to come forward to pay extra for their benefits by using that particular product. So by which the companies are attracting the customers. So this is also having certain limitations also. This may not be always utilized. Good to adopt. If their quality and services are good, then only the customers will come forward. And some customers will be aware of their price conscious. In such cases, you cannot use such type of higher prices, because all the customers will not behave in the same manner. No? So you have to consider the some group of the customers who are price conscious. So you have to consider that also. You cannot go on increasing the price, because this group of customers may be lost if more and more higher prices are there. But still, they are going to, if the company offers more value than its competitors, automatically you can use this perceived value pricing. So you can take another example, Levi's jeans style. In jeans, Levi's is one of the company, no? So even iPhone, you can take example of that, where perceived pricing is given here importance. Because the customers will feel that the quality of the product is good. So that creation in the mind of the customer is most important. That the product is worthy to pay so much of price. So if that creation is done, automatically you can grab the market. So mainly this perceived value pricing is going to measure how emotional the customer are, and all these qualities they are going to consider, how social and how cultural factors are affecting. So all these are going to be considered, and they are going to fix the price of the product based on the perceived pricing. So these are the two types, which price discrimination and the perceived pricing, which comes under the demand based pricing, which the companies are going to utilize.